here again, once again, for the however many time today. I've actually gone live, I think, 3 times earlier today. Well, today is Carnival Saturday. Okay, so today was parade day here in the ATL for Caribbean Carnival 2025. So if you were with me earlier, I appreciate you so much. If not, check out the lives that I have. The first one was the smaller bands. It didn't really get good until I got to part two. Okay, so either way, check it out. Check it out. I was able to run into some friends out there. Usually I'm out there in full costume myself, but this year I didn't do Atlanta Carnival Parade. I wanted to cover it, but that's a whole separate talk show. But anyway, you're probably wondering, why is she wearing this hat? Okay, because it's carnival, and this hat, I've always called this the carnival hat. It's all feathers. It's all feathers, and there's another one over there. I should have gotten that one down so I could just keep this one on and just spin it around. Okay, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it. So I guess I'll just take it off. Look at this baby. Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't that pretty? And look beneath here. See that? That's the dress that I want to show you all. This is actually a dress reveal. I'm just pop it on real quick because I want to share it with you. But of course, I obviously wanted you to see the hat that I'm actually rocking too. It's gorgeous. Look at all these feathers on here. Aren't they pretty? The feathers also have the sequins on them. They're popping. They're popping. The suggested retail on this baby is $315. If you can act between now and we actually had it set for Sunday, not realizing that Monday was the actual holiday. So let's extend it out to Monday. This was something we started running on this past Tuesday, which is 50% off the suggested retail price until it was supposed to be Sunday, but now let's move it to Monday, the actual holiday at midnight. Why don't we do that? I think that would be a lovely thing to do. I'm feeling very generous. So at that rate, we're looking at May 26th at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 11:59, I'm sorry, 1 minute before midnight. So that's where we are with that. So that's what's going on. Look at the brooch on there. Isn't it pretty? This is actually rhinestones. The rhinestones are those AB iridescent rainbow stones that I always show you all, which pair ever so nicely next to whatever color you place next to her. Isn't that pretty? It's just popping. Of course, you can also see the pink rhinestones in there too, okay? And this is a beautiful gold lame. I almost called it silver. What's up with me? Gold lame bow, okay? Beautiful bow, which is also ruched here, creating the same type of same fabric, I should say, with the band, okay? So that's what's going on. Of course, she does have the drawstring. In case you're wondering if this baby's gonna fit your head, she will. They made sure that this crown is amply sized to accommodate your wigs, your weaves, your extensions, your locks. Let me flip this out of the way. Alrighty, so that's what's going on. So what would you do? You would just pinch this right here, slide this up or down, create your own little custom fit. This one's drawn all the way in. Somebody had a really small head. Okay, all right. And then of course, as I always advise you all, you'll cut some of this off. This is way too long. It's ridiculous. Okay, you don't need, this is just elastic string. Okay, so once you get your little fit, that's it, okay? Is this something you'll have to do every time you wear her? No, it is not. No, it's not, okay? You'll probably adjust it if you change hairstyles or something to that effect, okay? So this is how she looks on again, all right? She's just so big. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for the sake of this dress reveal back here, I'm gonna switch hats, okay? Put on something a little bit more, what's the word? Functional, practical, okay? So I can move around accordingly. I was gonna put this baby on right here. Let's say she's got 209 on her. So of course she would be, what, 105 if you act between now and Monday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's go with something like this. How's that? This is a beautiful organza. One huge solitary rose up here. And of course you can see the pops of sequins on camera, right? Isn't it gorgeous? Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Let me give her a spin. Of course, my camera is down really, really low because I wanted you all to be able to behold all this dress behind me, okay? All right, that's what I wanted you to be able to do. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the camera off of the stand and I'm going to move it around so we can get a little closer to it, okay? Let's just do that, shall we? All right, sounds good to me. So what I need to do is I need to go down and rotate my camera and come back up. Here we go. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get close to this baby. Now this is a beautiful dress. This is actually my personal dress, which I never wore, okay? This dress is lovely like for a pageant. It's beautiful like for if you're hosting an event. That's actually what I bought it for, MC an event. So anyway, This is very lovely. She's sequin. The bodice is sequin, as you can see. It's kind of ruched over to one side, kind of swept over to one side. If I back off, you can see a little bit better. These are beautiful iridescent rhinestones in all different shapes. You got the teardrop shapes, triangle. You got circles on here. It's ever so lovely. Okay, brand new dress, tag still on it, never worn. And once I got it situated on this mannequin and all cinched and everything in the back, I'll show you that in a split second. I started to have second thoughts. I was like, should you really be selling this dress? But hey, now all this chiffon down here can be steamed, and I'm a big proponent of steaming, right? So, and I should have done it, but yet in transporting the dress, I wasn't really concerned about that. I was just making sure I got it here without any mishaps or anything of that nature, okay? So once you steam it, that's gonna be ever so magnificent. Full disclosure, okay? I'm gonna spin around here and show you all this zhuzh. Look at all this on the side. Isn't it beautiful? This is how she looks on the side, of course. And I had to kind of rig it up a little bit on this mannequin, okay? Now, as you know, when you go to gown shops, they do use these clamps and stuff like that, all right? Maybe not that big, but, I use what I had, okay? All right, and it's got this drawstring up the back. So, of course, if you need to open it up a little bit in the back, you would just have this kind of like drawstring, kind of shoestringy look going on across your back. And you can kind of open her up a little wider. But look at the stones going through here. Look at that detail. Isn't that beautiful? Of course, it's asymmetrical. In other words, slanted off to one side. She's ever so full back here and magnificent. Again, I can see all the crinklage going on right here. So I really wish I had steamed it now. Second thought. On second thought, and like I said, these are the actual, you normally would put these ribbon loops across your hanger, right? But I had to rig it up a little bit because the mannequin is so tiny. Now this is, in case you're wondering, this is considered an extra large. Okay, so I would consider her, I would say this is probably like maybe a 10 or 12, somewhere in there. This is the actual hang tag right here. So here's your brand. I guess that's Boo Chi Chi and Cody. I don't know, but I wanted to, let me take this off. That's my actual tag. I don't need that. And then here's, of course, are your extra stones and things like that, just in case you need to do a quick repair job. And here is the actual retail, the original retail, and it's blurry. Come on, focus, focus. Oh, I guess I have to back off a little bit. Here is the original retail price, as you can see. $399.99. That's the original, right? Okay, is that your price? And you see she's fuchsia, that's the color, of course, and here she's extra large. $399.99, that's not gonna be your price, okay? I won't do that to you. I always give you very good prices, right? I don't like to get into clothes and sizes and stuff. So that's why you won't see me do this very often. But again, this was just a situation where I was like, you know what? I should offer this to some of the pageant girlies. This is a beautiful dress for a pageant. And I was also thinking in terms of the fact that pageant season, we're kind of in it right now. But for those that need to prepare for a pageant season actually starts like in December and runs until June for the most part. Okay, so for our pageant girlies that have events coming up at the end of this year, going into the first of next year, 2026, this is the gown for you. Okay, so now you said to yourself, she said $399.99 and she showed it to us on the hang tag, but she said that's not the price. And it's not. Why? Because your price, I would offer this to you all for the low $279. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. You're getting $20 off and 99 cents. Almost $121 off. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Isn't it gorgeous? Welcome in, welcome in. I'm doing a dress reveal right now if you're just coming in. And to the replay crew, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, if you will. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Some of you all came in earlier when I was on the road with the carnival bands today. But you weren't hitting that subscribe button. I don't know what's up with you all. It's free, you guys. Please help us move up in the algorithm, okay? We're able to show you more. We're able to do more when we get our subscriptions up. And we got to hit this next milestone. It's been slow. It's been a slow go. I mean, we're getting the views, and our views are actually going up. They're increasing, thank goodness. But you all want to hit that subscribe button, that free subscribe button. Just hit it, okay? And help us reach that next milestone. But yeah, this is her. I just wanted to show you real quick. Cute little dress reveal, beautiful dress for a pageant, or like I said, if you want to host an event or something like that. This is quite a showstopper. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. So let us know, okay? I keep spiraling around and looking at her on this mannequin. I'm inclined to still keep her for myself. Okay, this is one I just never wore. When I did do the event that this one was bought for, I had to tone it down a tad bit, I was told. So this was a little over the top for the event. I end up wearing, in case you're wondering, which you probably may not be, but I end up wearing a gold sequin lace dress, which actually had a little small train on it. It had a few sequins on it, but not nearly as many as this. There were some sequins that were kind of embedded in the lace, kind of like what you see on the hats that I show you all. But this is her. Okay, so let us know, let us know. All right. Thank you so much. And also keep in mind that 50% off sale, 50% off the suggested retail is still going on, okay? So keep that in mind. Oh, I'm looking at something. Listen, listen, before I go. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. I should have had this up here. That would be cute with that. Well, it's got silver on it. Well, not silver, silver, but I'm referring to these AB stones right here. And these are really golden. I should have had that across the top of there all along. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Well, at least it'll make for a nice thumbnail. Okay. So let me back off. Let's create a nice little thumbnail. Okay, let me go ahead and do a screenshot while I'm at it, while I'm live. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Let me know if you're interested in her. Again, she's a size extra large. I would say comparable with a 10, maybe size 12, somewhere in there in terms of just a regular everyday dress size, okay? All right. And keep in mind, you can always have some of this chiffon removed if you're one of our more petite girlies, but this was something I wanted to put out for our pageant girls, okay? All right. So we will see you next time. Thank you for stopping by. Hit that free subscribe button. I can't urge you enough. Bye.